The rain hammered the windows of the cramped Brooklyn apartment like it had a personal grudge, but it couldn't drown out the echo of Jordan's laugh from earlier that night. Sharp, effortless, slicing right through my defenses. I slammed my sketchbook shut, the charcoal sketches of his face smudging under my thumb, each line a testament to how much I loathed him, or at least that's what I told myself as my chest tightened. Perfect Jordan Hale, with his easy charm and golden boy aura, had just waltzed into my world and upended it, and I hated him for making me feel this exposed, this raw, before we'd even exchanged a real word. It started, like most disasters in my life, with a stupid college assignment. I was Alex Rivera, 22, art major at NYU, scraping by on late-night ramen and dreams of making it as an illustrator in a city that chewed up artists like stale bagels. My world was a haze of coffee stains and half-finished canvases, tucked away in a walk-up in Williamsburg where the walls were thin enough to hear my neighbors' existential crises. I kept to myself mostly, friends like Sam, my bestie from high school who now bartended at a queer dive in the East Village, and Taylor, the no-nonsense lesbian photographer who'd crash on my couch after gigs. We were the misfits, the ones who showed up to protest with signs sharper than our wit, the ones who knew what it meant to navigate a world that still side-eyed us for loving who we did. Jordan, though? He was the opposite. Transferred in from some Ivy League feeder school upstate, he hit campus like a summer blockbuster, tall, broad-shouldered, with that effortless jawline and wavy chestnut hair that looked like it belonged in a cologne ad. He was a business major, captain of the intramural soccer team, and the guy every straight girl, and half the guys, whispered about in the quad. Rumors swirled. He dated a cheerleader back home, volunteered at food banks, aced every exam without breaking a sweat. To me, he was just another straight-laced jock who'd probably pat me on the back for overcoming my gayness if he ever bothered to notice I existed. Our paths collided in Professor Lang's Urban Narratives class, a gen ed elective I'd taken to pad my schedule. The assignment: pair up and create a multimedia piece on hidden identities in the American city. I drew Jordan's name from the hat, and the room tilted. He slid into the seat next to me with that trademark grin, the one that crinkled his eyes just so, and extended a hand. Jordan Hale, looks like we're stuck together. What's your poison, Alex? I shook it, firm grip, calluses from soccer cleats, and muttered something about street art and queer invisibility. He nodded like it was the most fascinating thing he'd heard all week, jotting notes in a leather-bound journal that probably cost more than my rent. We scheduled our first meeting at a coffee shop in Soho, and I showed up early, armor up, ripped jeans, faded Ramones tee, the kind of look that screamed, "Don't mess with me." He arrived 5 minutes late, windblown from the subway, carrying 2 lattes like he'd read my mind. Extra shot, no foam, guessed from your vibe. How the hell did he know? We dove in, me sketching rough concepts of shadowed figures in alleyways, him pitching ideas about immigrant stories and corporate facades. His insights were sharp, laced with this quiet intensity that made me forget to hate him for a second. But then he'd flash that smile, polished, disarming, and I'd remember, guys like him didn't get it. They floated above the mess, untouched by the sideways glances or the family dinners where your uncle asks if you're still confused. By our third session, in my apartment, because the coffee shop was too noisy, the tension simmered. Sam had met him once, dropping by with takeout, and whispered later, "Dude's got layers." I snatched the book back, heart pounding. "It's just lines on paper. Don't romanticize it." He chuckled, low and genuine, but there was a flicker, something guarded, before the smile snapped back. That's when the first crack appeared. We wrapped up, him at the door, rain starting to patter again. "Hey, Alex. Thanks for letting me in. Most people don't." He paused, hand on the knob. "Night." I bolted the door and leaned against it, replaying the moment. What was that? Pity? Flirting? Or just Jordan being Jordan, collecting admirers like Pokemon cards? The next week, conflict brewed. Our project needed field research, interviews in the city, and Jordan suggested hitting the stone wall for authenticity. I laughed bitterly. "You at a gay bar? Bold choice for Mr. Straight and Narrow." His face tightened, jaw clenching in a way I'd never seen. What's that supposed to mean? The air thickened. I unloaded. The assumptions, the way he glided through life without a scratch while I dodged microaggressions like landmines. You smile like everything's easy, like you don't have to hide who you are. He stood abruptly, chair scraping. You think you know me? Because I don't broadcast my shit, I'm fake. His voice cracked, raw, and for the first time, the smile vanished, replaced by something haunted. He stormed out, leaving me with the echo of my words and a gnawing regret. Sam found me later, nursing a beer on the fire escape. You pushed too hard, man. But maybe that's what he needed. Days passed in radio silence. I threw myself into sketches, dark ones now. Fractured faces, smiles cracking like porcelain. Taylor dragged me to a poetry slam in the village, where a non-binary performer spat verses about loving in the margins. It hit too close, stirring the what-ifs about Jordan. Was I wrong? Or was this just another straight guy's ego bruise? Then, the surprise, a knock at midnight. Jordan, soaked from the downpour, holding a USB drive. Our rough cut. Couldn't sleep without finishing. He wouldn't meet my eyes, dripping on the rug as I let him in. We worked in tense quiet, editing footage of bustling Times Square, overlaying voiceovers about unseen lives. Midway, he paused the laptop. That night, you weren't entirely wrong. I do hide. My dad's a senator upstate, old money, old views. Coming out? Not an option. Not yet. The room spun. Jordan Hale, perfect poster boy, was gay? Or bi? The word hung unspoken. I practiced that smile, he admitted, voice barely above the rain. In the mirror, for photos, for him. But around you? It's real. Because you see through it. I stared, the hate dissolving into something sharper. Ache. Why me? He shrugged, vulnerability cracking his facade. You don't let me get away with it. And I like that. We finished the edit at dawn, the city waking pink and gold outside. As he left, our fingers brushed, electric, tentative. Friendship? More? The line blurred, and with it, my carefully built walls. But misunderstandings fester like untreated wounds. Word got out, whispers in class about the gay project, thanks to a leaked clip Taylor accidentally posted. Jordan's phone blew up, texts from teammates, a curt call from his dad about image. He ghosted me for a week, and I spiraled, convinced I'd ruined him. Sam staged an intervention over pierogies at Veselka. He scared Alex. Give him space, but don't bail. Taylor, ever the pragmatist, scouted his soccer practice from afar, reporting back. He's off his game. Keep kicking the ball into the stands. I showed up anyway, uninvited, on the sidelines with a peace offering, coffee black. He jogged over during break, sweat slicked and guarded. What are you doing here? Being the asshole who called you out. And the one who wants to fix it. We talked, really talked. On a bench overlooking the Hudson, the wind whipping secrets from our lips. His family. The pressure to marry right. The brother who'd disowned for being trans. My own scars. The high school bully who'd outed me with a locker room prank. The mom who loved me but prayed for clarity. Bonds formed in the broken places, laughter punctuating the heavy. Yet prejudice loomed. At the project screening, a packed auditorium, our piece played. Raw interviews with queer elders, my animations weaving stories of love defying odds. Applause thundered, but afterward, a cluster of Jordan's frat buddies cornered him. Dude, that was intense. You cool. One clapped his back too hard, eyes flicking to me with that knowing smirk. Jordan stiffened, smile faltering. Yeah, man. Alex killed it. I overheard later, in the green room. Your partner's got that vibe. You swinging both ways now. Laughter, edged with ice. Jordan's response. Silence. It stung like betrayal. I bolted, rain-slick streets blurring my vision. How could he let them? After everything? He caught me blocks away, under a bodega awning. Alex, wait. Argument exploded, me accusing him of cowardice, him firing back about survival. You think it's easy? One wrong move, and my life's over. Tears mixed with rain. But you're worth the risk. He pulled me close, foreheads touching, breaths mingling. The kiss was inevitable. Soft, searching, tasting of coffee and fear. It shattered us open. From there, the drama escalated. Taylor threw a housewarming for her new darkroom in Chelsea, inviting our crew. Sam flirting shamelessly with a cute NB barista, Jordan's tentative hand in mine under the table. But surprise struck when his ex, blonde, bubbly cheerleader type, crashed, dragged by mutual friends. Jordan, missed you at homecoming. She air-kissed him, oblivious, but her eyes narrowed on us. Whispers rippled. Sam diffused with shots, but the seed of doubt planted. Was Jordan really out, or playing both sides? Misunderstandings piled. A misinterpreted text from her. We need to talk. Dad's asking. Me assuming the worst. I pulled away, burying in work, sketching feverishly. Friendship frayed. Sam torn between us. Taylor blunt. Talk, idiot, or lose him. Climax brewed at Pride. The streets a riot of color and chance. Jordan found me in the crowd. Rainbow flag draped like armor. I ended it with her years ago. Fake for show. But you? Real. Confession poured. The practiced smiles for the world. The genuine one saved for me. Prejudices confronted. His dad's voicemails railing about choices. My own internalized shame from Catholic guilt. We marched together, hands linked, the roar of acceptance drowning doubts. But tension peaked when a counter-protester shoved through, spewing slurs. Jordan shielded me, fist clenched, until security hauled the guy away. In the aftermath, shaking under a float's shadow, he whispered, I can't lose you to this hate. Or my own. Vows exchanged, not rings, but promises. Therapy, coming out on his terms, building something unbreakable. The story didn't end in fireworks. It simmered, growth in quiet moments. Lazy Sundays sketching in Central Park, Taylor's wedding where we stood as witnesses, Sam's adoption journey mirroring our found family. Jordan's smile? Still practiced for cameras, but for me, it bloomed unfiltered, a beacon through storms. Yet echoes lingered. A family dinner where his dad grilled over life choices. Me biting my tongue as Jordan held firm. This is my choice. Him. Healing wasn't linear. Relapses, arguments over closeted friends, but love anchored us. In the end, perfection cracked, revealing the beautiful mess beneath. And I stopped hating it. I cherished it. As autumn leaves turned Washington Square Park into a canvas of crimson and gold, Jordan and I navigated the fragile newness of us, each step a negotiation between fear and fire. Mornings started with his texts, silly memes about bad soccer puns, pulling me from sleep like sunlight through blinds. We'd meet at the fountain, him in joggers and that worn NYU hoodie, me with earbuds blasting indie folk to drown the city's hum. Race you to the arch, he'd challenge, and I'd lose on purpose, collapsing in laughter as he pretended victory laps. But beneath the ease, tensions coiled. His world intruded. A team party invite he extended hesitantly, knowing my history with jock crowds. It'll be chill, he promised, but my stomach nodded. Sam hyped me up over falafel at Mamoon's. Go as his +1. Own it. Taylor, lens in hand, captured prep shots. Me in a button-down that hid my tattoos, Jordan adjusting my collar with fingers that lingered. The party pulsed in a Hell's Kitchen loft. Beer pong, thumping bass, body slick with sweat. Jordan stuck close, arms slung casual around my shoulders, but eyes scanned for threats. His buddy Mark, the one from the screening, clapped him on the back. Hill's got a date. Respect. The word hung. Date. Not bro. Laughter followed. But Mark's gaze lingered, probing. Later, by the keg, he cornered me. So you and Jordan? For real. I nodded, chin up. Yeah. Problem. He shrugged, but the side eye said enough. Curiosity laced with judgment. Jordan pulled me to dance, body swaying to some remix of an old pop hit. Ignore him. He's harmless. But doubt festered. That night, tangled in my sheets, he confessed fragments. High school hookups with girls to fit the script, a drunken fumble with a teammate that ended in silence. I buried it deep, until you dug it up. His vulnerability disarmed me. Kisses turning fervent, but we held back, exploring edges without crossing into heat, letting emotion lead. Monday brought the backlash. Jordan's phone buzzed nonstop, group chat screenshots from the team, memes mocking Hale's gay face. He laughed it off in class, but I saw the strain, the way his pen dug into notes. Our project earned an A+, Professor Lang praising the raw authenticity, but victory tasted bittersweet. After, in the drizzle outside Bob's library, he snapped. Why does it have to be this? One night out, and it's a spectacle. I reached for him, rain beating on lashes. Because they're scared too, of what you represent. We argued, me pushing for openness, him retreating to self-preservation. You don't get the stakes, Alex. My dad's watching. The senator, a looming shadow, funding Jordan's tuition with strings of expectation. I stormed home, sketching furious abstracts, shattered mirrors, smiles fracturing into screams. Sam intervened with a rooftop barbecue, string lights twinkling over the East River. Taylor grilled veggies with precision, her girlfriend Lena adding queer trivia to lighten the mood. Jordan showed, tentative, bearing apology pie from a Bushwick bakery. We talked it out under stars, vulnerabilities spilling like wine. I want to be brave, he admitted. For us. Hugs from the group sealed it, found family, stitches in our wounds. But surprises lurked. Taylor's next gig, photographing a queer youth center fundraiser in Tribeca. She roped us in, Jordan handling logistics, me designing flyers. There, amid rainbow banners and kid-made art, we met Kai, a 17-year-old trans kid with Jordan's haunted eyes. Kai's story mirrored his. Unsupportive folks, hidden smiles. Jordan mentored quietly, sharing soccer tips laced with "it gets better" whispers. Watching him, my heart swelled. This was the man beneath the polish. Conflict reignited when his dad announced a surprise visit. Jordan panicked, suggesting I lay low. Betrayal stung. So, I'm the dirty secret? I bailed on plans, holing up with Sam at his bar shift. Pouring drinks, Sam vented my rage. Call him out, but don't burn it down. Taylor texted strategy. Document the hypocrisy, turn it into art. The dinner. Upscale Italian in Midtown, Jordan's dad, silver-haired, suit crisp, dominating with politics talk. I wasn't there, but Jordan recounted later, voice trembling. He asked about girls. I said, there's someone. A guy. Silence. Then, disappointing, son. Think of the family. Jordan held firm. This is my family now. He left early, finding me at the pier, waves lapping like applause. We cried, then laughed. Raw, real. Practiced that speech too. He joked, smile crooked. Love deepened in the quiet. Shared journals, where he'd doodle hearts around my sketches. But prejudice's shadow lengthened. Campus rumors swelled. A homophobic prof joked in lecture about lifestyle choices. Taylor rallied petitions. Sam organized a sit-in. Jordan spoke up, first time publicly, voice steady. It's not a choice. It's me. Climax simmered toward winter break. His dad cut funding. Ultimatum, shape up or ship out. Jordan chose us, crashing at my place, job hunting at coffee shops. Tension peaked in a blowout, me fearing I'd dragged him down, him insisting. You lifted me up. Amid snow flurries on the Brooklyn Bridge, reconciliation. We're in this, smiles and all. Growth bloomed. Spring brought his coming out post on Insta, simple photo of us at the High Line, caption, real smiles only. Backlash hit. Lost friends, family chill, but support flooded. Teammates apologizing, Kai sending fan art. We thrived, imperfections interlocking like puzzle pieces. Summer heat baked the city, turning subways into saunas and our tentative rhythm into something steadier, sweat-slicked walks home from late shifts. Jordan waitressed at a trendy spot in Williamsburg, charming tips out of brunch crowds, while I interned at a graphic design firm in Flatiron, churning logos that felt soulless next to our story. Evenings, we'd collapse on my fire escape, feet dangling, trading dreams over stolen bodega sodas. Someday, a studio in the Hudson Valley, he'd muse, tracing patterns on my knee. You illustrating kids' books about boys who love boys. Sam's bar became our anchor, sticky floors and neon glow hosting game nights, where Taylor dominated trivia, Lena cheering with mocktails. One humid Friday, surprise guest, Jordan's mom, flown in secretly after his post. Petite, with his green eyes, she hugged him fierce in the doorway. Your father doesn't speak for me. Dinner followed, messy Thai takeout on the couch, stories unfolding, her own quiet rebellion in the 80s, marching for AIDS awareness. I see you in him, Alex. The fire. Tears flowed, bridges tentatively rebuilt. But misunderstandings brewed fresh. A work email from my firm, a client pitch for a family values campaign, subtle digs at alternative lifestyles. I vented to Jordan over falafel, but he misread my silence as doubt. You think I'm holding you back? From the straight world. Paranoia flared, old wounds reopening. He slept on the couch that night, air thick as monsoon air. Taylor mediated over coffee the next dawn, her camera slung like a shield. You're both projecting ghosts. Talk before it haunts. We did, in Prospect Park, under ancient oaks shedding leaves like confetti. Admissions tumbled. My fear of being the gay burden, his of being the reformed straight. Laughter broke through, absurd imitations of our dramatics. Hands linked, we recommitted, vowing weekly check-ins, no assumptions. Friendship's web tightened. Sam came out fully to his conservative folks via video call, us huddled supportively in the background. Tears, then acceptance, miraculous. Taylor proposed to Lena at Coney Island, hot dogs and Ferris wheel confessions. We planned the wedding, Jordan surprisingly domestic with Pinterest boards. Even Kai visited, interning at Taylor's studio, his transition celebrated with a group tattoo sesh, tiny rainbows on wrists. Yet conflict escalated with Jordan's dad resurfacing. A letter arrived, formal stationery, opportunity to reconcile. Visit home. Alone. Jordan agonized, pacing my tiny kitchen. What if it's a trap? Sam advised neutrality. I urged truth. He went, train ride north like a gauntlet. Hours later, call came. Explosive. Dad's denial. Phase, like your mother's. Met with Jordan's steel. I'm happy. That's final. Door slammed, literally. Return was raw, bruised ego, but unbroken spirit. We celebrated survival with a road trip upstate, borrowing Taylor's van. Hudson Valley hills rolled green, stops at farm stands and hidden swimming holes. One twilight dip, water cool as secrets, he surfaced gasping. Freezing, but alive. Skinny dipping turned playful splashes, bodies brushing in current. Tension electric, but we surfaced to stars, wrapped in towels, sharing silences that spoke volumes. Back in the city, prejudice struck personal. My internship boss suggested toning down personal flair in designs, code for queerness. I quit dramatically, portfolio in hand, storming into a freelance meetup where Jordan waited with proud grin. My hero, he murmured, kiss stolen in the crowd. But fallout hit, bills piling, doubts creeping. He picked extra shifts, I hustled gigs, strain testing us. Surprise pivot. Kai's art show, teen queer voices amplified. Jordan curated a piece, our project's evolution, animations of fractured smiles mending. Opening night buzzed, collectors circling, but climax crashed when Dad appeared uninvited, suit stark against graffiti walls. Confrontation in the alley. This circus? For what? Jordan, voice thunder, for love. Mine. Dad's face crumpled. Not rage, regret. I lost your mother to silence. Don't lose you. Handshake, tentative truce. Not forgiveness, but fracture mended slightly. High on the night, we danced in the loft, bodies close, world fading. Emotions crested, whispers of forever amid bass drops. Growth shown, my first solo exhibit, Jordan's pitch for a queer youth nonprofit landing funding. Love, once hated, now home. Fall semester loomed like a fresh sketch pad, blank but promising, as Jordan and I synced schedules around classes and side hustles. Mornings blurred into shared routines. Him brewing coffee strong as his resolve, me sketching at the table while he reviewed econ notes aloud, testing me with trivia kisses. Our apartment, upgraded to a one-bed-in-bed stewie, thanks to pooled tips, felt like territory claimed, walls papered with Kai's drawings and Taylor's prints. Friendships evolved too. Sam started dating the NB from the bar. Mia, their whirlwind romance, a whirlwind of double dates at dim sum spots in Chinatown. Taylor and Lena's wedding planning turned us all into unwilling coordinators. Venue hunts in the Finger Lakes. Cake tastings that devolved into food fights. Vows next. Taylor teased, eyeing Jordan and me. Don't rush us. I shot back, but the idea warmed like cider. Yet undercurrents stirred. Jordan's nonprofit gig, youth mentorship at the center, brought ghosts. A kid, Remy, echoed his past. Closeted athlete, family pressure crushing. Sessions unearthed Jordan's unhealed bits. He'd come home drained, smile dimmed. What if I can't help without breaking? I'd hold him, murmuring, "You're enough," cracked open. Therapy helped. Joint sessions at a sliding scale clinic in Harlem, unpacking prejudices internalized like heirlooms. Misunderstanding flared mid-October, harvest moon fad overhead. A team reunion invite from Mark. Now oddly apologetic post coming out. Jordan went solo, bros night, but returned reeking of cologne and regret. Old habits, he confessed, a tipsy kiss laced with bar smoke. Jealousy nod? Was it exes? Or just the pull of easy acceptance? I slept on the couch, sketching accusations in charcoal, faceless figures pulling him away. Dawn confrontation, coffee cold, words hot. Am I always the fight you choose? He recoiled. No, you're the one I fight for. Truth spilled. Mark's awkward advance, rebuffed gently. I shut it down. For us. Laughter followed tears, absurdity of it. We recommitted with a pact. Full disclosure, no shadows. Surprise arrived via mail. His dad's check, no strings. Note attached. Proud, in time. Skepticism reigned, but Jordan pocketed it for our future. Art supplies, date nights. Taylor's bachelorette devolved into karaoke chaos at a karaoke bar in Koreatown. Jordan belting show tunes off-key, me filming for blackmail. Bonds solidified, laughter medicine for old scars. Conflict crested at Thanksgiving. Dual invites. My mom spread in Queens, warm but probing. Seeing anyone special? Versus Jordan's fractured family upstate. We chose hybrid. My place first, then a neutral diner en route. Mom embraced him. Tamales steaming, stories of my awkward youth drawing his chuckles. Sounds like me at prom. But northbound, tension thickened. Dad waited at the estate, fire crackling, face etched deeper. Dinner was minefield. Politics skirted, questions barbed. Business school treating you? Dad probed. Jordan met eyes steady. Dropped it. Nonprofits now, helping kids like I needed. Silence swallowed the room. Mom's hand on Dad's, subtle anchor. Climax cracked when Dad snapped. Wasted potential. For this? Jordan rose, calm fury. Potentials and purpose. And love. I backed him, voice even. We're building something real. Exit swift, tires crunching gravel. But in the car, release. Howls of triumph. Hands clasped over gear shift. Healing followed. Christmas markets in Union Square, mittened fingers laced, mulled wine warming bones. Jordan's gift. A custom journal, leather embossed with our intertwined initials. Mine, a portrait of him, smile unpracticed, eyes alight. New Year's Eve on a rooftop with the crew, fireworks bursting like confessions, we toasted. To messes worth making. Winter thawed into spring, growth exponential. Remy's coming out, parade of support, Jordan beaming paternal. My exhibit sold pieces, funding a trip to Provincetown, queer haven by the sea. Cape beaches whispered promises, dunes hiding kisses soft as sand. Back, Taylor's wedding. Garden in Brooklyn Botanic, Lena in white lace, vows echoing ours unspoken. We danced under lanterns, world right. But prejudice's last gasp, a center vandalized, slurs spray-painted. Rally formed, us at forefront, signs high. Jordan spoke, voice amplified. Hate hides fear. We choose love. Crowd roared. Unity electric. In the quiet after, under street lamps, he turned. Practiced this smile for you first. Kiss sealed it. Triumph over trials. Summer's second act hummed with possibility. Fireflies in jars on our balcony as Jordan and I plotted escapes from the city's steam. Freelance flowed for me. Book covers with queer heroes. While his nonprofit expanded, grants trickling like rain after drought. Mornings, we'd jog McCarran Park. Breath sinking, sweat a shared language. Race to the pond? He'd tease. Always letting me win. Reward a stolen kiss by the willows. Sam and Mia's relationship hit milestones. Moving in together. A puppy named Echo yipping at our visits. Taylor, post-honeymoon glow, launched a photo series on queer resilience, featuring us mid-laugh in her loft. Kai thrived, college-bound, sending care packages of zines. Family mended unevenly. Jordan's mom visiting monthly, baking pies that tasted of olive branches, my siblings teasing him into board game nights. Yet shadows lengthened. An ex of mine, Derek, bitter from our messy split, surfaced on socials, anonymous DMs stirring doubt. Jordan's playing you. Seen him with old flames. Paranoia poisoned. I scrolled histories, finding nothing but ghosts. Confrontation brewed over dinner. Pad thai from the corner spot. Me accusing, him bewildered. Derek? Who the? Hurt flashed, walls slamming. You believe strangers over me? Night fractured. Him crashing at Sam's, me pacing with regret. Taylor's tough love via text. Jealousy's a thief. Reclaim. Apology dawn at his door, coffee peace offering. Truth unpacked. My abandonment fears from Dad's early death, his from conditional love. We're not them, he affirmed, embrace fierce. Rebuild started slow, trust exercises, like blindfolded walks in the park, laughter and vulnerability. Surprise softened edges, a letter from Dad, handwritten, admitting flaws. Seeing your strength humbles me. Jordan read it aloud, voice thick, then framed it beside our bed, a talisman. We volunteered at the center's rebuild, painting murals with kids, colors vibrant as hope. Remy's team won regionals, Jordan coaching from stands, pride radiating. Conflict simmered toward fall. A job offer for me. Relocation to LA, queer scene booming but distance daunting. Jordan's eyes shadowed over wine. Go if it calls. But subtext screamed, stay. Debates raged, pros of sun and opportunity versus roots entwined. Sam mediated bar side. Love bends, doesn't break. Taylor, LA's got flights. Hearts don't. Climax unfolded at a gallery opening. My work displayed, city elite mingling. Jordan cornered me by a sculpture. Don't choose alone. We go together. Proposal unspoken, tandem futures. Tears pricked. I nodded, acceptance blooming. Night ended in celebration, dancing till close, bodies attuned. Growth accelerated. We road-tripped west, scouting, but returned committed. LA visits, not uprooting. Jordan's org partnered with West Coast groups, bridging coasts. Holidays blended. My mom's pozole with his mom's pie, siblings swapping stories. New Year's, under confetti snow, he whispered, practiced forever for you. Winter wrapped us cozy, snow blanketing stoops. Therapy delved deeper, prejudice's roots, my internalized shame from church whispers, his from polished facades. Breakthroughs came gentle, a family therapy Zoom, Dad's halting, I love you both. Spring burst with Remy's graduation, Kai's first exhibit. Taylor announced pregnancy via ultrasound pic, surrogacy joy. Love matured, imperfections cherished. His off-key singing in showers, my clutter of pencils. In quiet, we'd reflect, hated perfection now adored authenticity. Smiles, practiced or pure, lit our path. As leaves unfurled in full glory, our lives wove tighter, threads of ambition and affection knotting into tapestry. Jordan's nonprofit hit stride. Fundraiser gala at the center, black tie amid balloons, speeches soaring. He emceed, suit sharp, smile genuine under lights. I designed invites, animations flickering on screens, stories of youth rising. Bids poured, success electric. After parties spilled to rooftops, stars winking approval. Sam and Mia adopted a second pup, chaos doubling. Their commitment ceremony, backyard affair with wildflowers, had us officiating, vows we'd echo someday. Taylor's maternity shoot captured glow, bump cradled by Lena's hands. Kai mentored now, cycle complete. Families merged, joint barbecue in my mom's yard, Jordan grilling with uncles, laughter drowning old divides. But tension threaded under joy. A media spot for the org, local news profile, thrust Jordan into spotlight. Questions veered personal. How's family handling your path? Mike hot. He faltered, smile practice slipping. Edit cut the stutter, but doubt lingered. Home, he paced. Am I selling out? Or surviving? I soothed, authentics enough. Yet seed of unease sprouted. Misunderstanding bloomed from soil of fatigue. Late nights, me on deadlines, him on calls, strained sync. A forgotten anniversary dinner, my fault, buried in briefs. He arrived empty-handed to tie, eyes hurt. Invisible, argument ignited, my absorption, his withdrawal. You're pulling away. Words wounded, door slammed, silence echoing. Sam's couch hosted my exile. Mia brewing tea laced with wisdom. Fights forge if you let. Taylor's call. Apologize with action. Recreate the night. Dawn return. Balcony set with candles. Takeout steaming. Sketch of us framed. You're my center, I vowed. His forgiveness. Embrace, then talk. Burnout's toll. Need for balance. Pact renewed. Date nights mandatory, phones silenced. Surprise healed. Dad's visit, unannounced but welcome. Tickets to a Mets game. Father-son bonding extended to me. Bleachers chatter turned deep. Regrets aired. I was scared of losing you to a world I didn't understand. Hugs awkward but real. Jordan teared up later. Mending's messy, but worth it. Conflict peaked at Pride's Eve vigil. Candlelit remembrance for lost lives. Stories shared. Remy's near miss with conversion camp. Kai's street survival. Jordan lit a flame for his younger self. Voice breaking. Hid too long. No more. But a heckler pierced the circle. Slurs venomous. Chaos erupted. Shoves. Chants rising. Jordan shielded a teen. Fist raised. Until cops dispersed. Adrenaline crash hit hard. In the van home, he shattered. What if I can't protect us all? My hold steadied him. You already do, by showing up. Vulnerability bonded us deeper. Love's fire tempered. Summer faded into harvest. Growth evident. My book deal. Illustrations of boys navigating worlds like ours. Jordan's TEDx talk. Virtual, reaching thousands. On smiles behind the mask. Applause echoed in chats. Pride swelling. Fall brought circles closing. Taylor's baby shower. Gender-neutral blues and pinks. Had us assembling cribs. Laughter amid Allen wrenches. Sam's promotion to manager. Toast clinking. Holidays heartfelt. Tree trimming with blended kin. Lights twinkling like possibilities. Climax's echo. A proposal, not grand but ours. Central Park Bridge at dusk. Ring simple silver, engraved real. Practice forever with me? Knees bent, yes gasped. Crew erupted via FaceTime, confetti virtual. Not end, but evolution, love's drama yielding to harmony. In quiet aftermath, we planned. Small wedding, center venue, youth as ring bearers. Prejudices faded to footnotes, misunderstandings to memories. Jordan's smile? Mine now, unreserved. And I, once hater of perfection, embraced the beautiful, broken whole.